Alright guys, today we're going to start doing our tile. I got our penny tile here. This is what we chose for the flooring. And I'm going to set this in here a couple different ways. I'm going to try to see how I need to do this. And then I'll lay it in here, kind of get it pre-set up, and then mark everywhere that I need to cut. And hopefully this goes okay. So we will see. Try running it this direction and maybe run it the other way. I'm not sure. See which way is going to give me least amount of waste. If you've seen our man shopping video, if you haven't, put a link in the description. But I bought a wet saw for doing the tile. We looked at renting one, and the price of renting one, was high enough to where, we need this for several days. So it just made more sense to just buy one than to rent one. So we'll be using that. And I've used a tile saw before, but it's been a long time. I'll start giving us an idea of what we got going on here and what we're going to have to cut. So as you can see, we'll have a strip we'll have to cut for along the edge. And then over here, and a little triangle shape there. So the rest of these are going to be smaller cuts. I should be able to get 2 pieces out of one at this point for along this edge here. This one's going to be a funky shape here too. Oh. And I can always piece these in too. If I have some open spaces, I can always snip out some of the scraps to fill in where we're missing some. Alright, so what I did is I just used some snips here, snipped out the rough pattern that I need. And then these things here, called tile nippers, I guess these things here, you just nip off the edges of it, shape the size you need. And if you need to round your edges or anything, I got this sanding stone. This will probably not be used for this, but it will be for the wall tile. So far, everything's kind of where it needs to be. What I'll have to do, though, like I said, I'll have to place a few of these just single tiles in. So I'll just cut out ones that I need. And I don't know, having that thing there is not a great spot because you're getting a shadow. So like I said, I'll just nip out the tiles that I need, put them in place, and hopefully that will work. And it seems to so far. So now I just got to nip out collars that to kind of go along with what I got going on here. Lay them in there so I can get an idea how many I need. I know that the wall tile will hide some of this, but we definitely have to have some of the penny tile added in. So let's see if it actually works. So what it actually does work. I was afraid it might just break it, but it cut it pretty good. Oh yeah, that's gonna work pretty good. All right, guys, the dogs want to come in and visit. Big Edge. Kaiser. All right, guys, come on, you guys got to go out. There's not enough room in here. Kaiser's just sitting in here. Come on, guys, out. I gotta get serious with you. Come on, go. Oop, easy. Go boy. All right, got most of my tiles along this edge and the side all trimmed to where I need them. So now I just got to do this whole front section here. I used one of my, this is the tile we're going to be using, and I set it in here to see if I needed to nip any of those tiles for this edge, and I don't. This tile will cover all that, so that's good. So like I said, all I got to do now is get my pieces cut for this little thin area that runs along the curb here. Just some snips here just to cut the glue line where I need it. We got our thing here. We'll see how close we are. It looks pretty good. Hey, Hansi. Hey, Hansi. You getting in the shower too? Hi, baby. All right, come on. Hans, come on now. Come on. Everybody's got to go. Everybody's got to go. I know. You just want attention. All right, guys. Back. Everybody out. Gidgey out. No, we're not all getting in the shower. Come on. And you can see along the edge here, little spaces. I'm going to see if I got to nip some of those or if our tile's going to cover that. And I'll have to nip some of them, so I got to fill these spaces. So that's why I've got all this spare pieces though, so that I need a bunch of these and a bunch of them cut in half. So I just trim off the glue. So I just trim all the glue around the edge. Get these in the nippers here. Cuts them pretty clean. And then just find where I need to put one, where I want it, and there it is. There's the other one. And they'll be in there, you know, nicer. I'm just sticking them in there however right at the moment. Once I have the thin set down, I'll get them placed nicely in there so that they're not all crooked looking. But like I said, this is just getting them where I want them. Do them about in half. Seems to be about the right cut for them. So I've never done this before, so I'm learning, and you're learning as I learn. You know, somebody's probably out there saying that's not how you do it. You're probably right. That's how I'm doing it. Alrighty. Got my work Crocs on today. Got tie-dye ones, you know, industrial grade. Okay. I'll clean off any of the red pen, red ink off of them. Oh. Okay, a couple of these got to be nipped. So, let's see here. Gotta get the glue off the edges of all of these. It's definitely hitting the edge. And a few of these I'm gonna have to nip the side off of them. Get them to fit in here. Or maybe not. Actually, that fits perfect. No, Hansi. I'll say hi to you. Oh, man. I'll tell you what. That is brutal. Alright, Hansi, back, please. Hans. Back, please, baby. That's good. I've been able to use quite a few of these. Alright. Guys, come on, Gidgey. You gotta get back. I'll nip the edges. Gidgey. Can't see because your big snout's in the way. Come on. Hey, I know. All right, try that again. Get Hans, I cannot see. I do not care. I know you're just a sweet boy, you are. All right, get back, babe. Get back. Back, guys, come on. Can't do this right now. I gotta get this done. Oh. Kaiser Hans. Guys, get out of here. You guys never want in a shower usually. All right, come on, come on, come on. Kaiser, come on. I know, you just want love. You guys are ridiculous. Come on, everybody out, come on. Oh, let's see. So I gotta trim out around the drain yet. These snips even work to a degree on these. All right, here we go. So the trick is not getting this on too thick to where it comes up through the paint tile. You can see the different teeth depth I've got. I got this one. At this one, you can see the difference between those two. And I've got this one here. I just don't know which one I should really use. I'm gonna try this one, but I'm wondering if maybe it'll put it on too thick and it will come up through the tile, and then I'll have to dig it out. I'm not sure. I'll put one down and I'll see how much is actually coming out between the tile. If it's too much, I need to switch up which one I'm going to use. Okay. Get the one I cut for the drain. I won't put these down too hard just yet because I don't know. I laid out my strips along the edge. I think it's doing okay. So you can kind of see it coming up through in a few spots, so I don't know if that's going to be an issue. I don't know. It looks pretty good, I think. I'll give that other trial a trial. I'll try the other one out and see how it does, see if there's a little less stuff squeezing up in between. So you can see I got a couple gaps here and there, so I'm just using these little cutoffs and just putting them in like I just did that one right there. Cut a bunch of these to go here. Now, the wall tile will come down over top of this and hide most of the gap, but I want it doesn't hide all of it. Okay, let's see. The one I cut goes over here. I don't put it in too hard into the inset yet because I got to move these around a fair bit here. Make everything fit. Alright, we got the same thing over here. I gotta fill in all these gaps. That's better. It wasn't letting them line up properly so that you get the little, circle buttoned into the two circles, two tiles. However you want to say it. I'll have to let this all set up for a little while. I don't know. I'll have to see how long it's supposed to be, maybe a day or so. And then we'll get in there, grout that all up. Then I'll have to cover this with some cardboard or something so I can get in here and start running the tile on the wall next. Getting close.
Alright, so Craig got the tiling done 2 days ago. We let it set for 48 hours. And I'm going to start grouting. We're going to be using this pre-mix grout. It's colored platinum. And this is my second time grouting. I did the hearth. I'll link the video on that. But I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm learning as we go. Watched a few videos. I'm going to press it down into the openings here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get it wet first. It's supposed to keep it from the grout from sticking to the actual tiles. Not real wet, just a little bit wet. Hard time getting it up here in the corners.
Probably should have gotten a little bit better floater, maybe. It might have been easier.
It doesn't seem to want to push it down inside here at all.
Those other ones had looked like more give to it. This seems a little bit solid. The price jumped so drastically to that other one.
Yeah.
But it probably would have made things a lot easier.
This is definitely more difficult than the big ones.
Yeah.
This premix grout is pretty thick. We might should have thinned it out a little bit. Alright, so I finished up the grouting over here and I've started cleaning on this side. I've made 4 passes with a sponge. And we're using a 2-bucket method. So I'm gonna wipe it off, dunk it in there, rinse it off, dunk it in here, pick it back out and rinse it over to this one. That way this always stays clean. So seems to be working so far. Get my gloves back on here. Soon as it dries, we'll give it another cleaning, and then we've got this, what's it called?
Grout sealer.
Grout sealer we're going to put down over top of it, and then we can start on the walls.
Alright, so I started working on the back of the tile. As you've seen a little bit ago, I got the floor down, or the paint tile down on the shower pan, and I got the grout in, and then the sealer on. This is very difficult to do. A lot of people will put like a board, kind of a ledger board across there or something so they can set their tile on, but I didn't want to have a small piece of tile at the bottom, and like I said, I don't know really what I'm doing. I've watched some videos, and so I'm just kind of leveling this across here. These two tiles I've started on the back wall are all nice and level, and from what I've watched is you want to start on your back wall first, so that when you butt this is just a scrap piece, but when you butt these up there, it hides your cut edges along there, so you're not looking at your grout line when you get in the shower. So these are all leveled. I use this leveling system. You put the little spacers in, you put these little things here in, which you probably can't see anything that I'm doing anyway. But anyhow, I use this thing here, and you just get it on there and you draw these tight, and what it does is it gets the tiles flush so that one isn't sticking up, you know, proud of the other one. This is extremely messy. When you do your seams, they say you're not supposed to do like 50% or half of it. It's supposed to be offset 15 to 30%, so that's kind of what we're going to do here. Might not be exactly perfect, but and I marked my lines, already measured out the shower. Don't mind this one here I was going to use for another thing, but a different offset. So this is the middle of our shower, this black line, so that and then I measured the tile and got the exact center of the tile to figure out, like I said, where the center is. So now I don't have to measure each tile when I set the next one for the offset. I can just run it here, and then this mark I made, so this is the edge of the tile. So each one I know when I'm running the middle one, then the next one's on the edges of that one there. So it just kind of flops back and forth. And I'm not making much sense because I don't even know what the hell I'm doing. Anyway. But again, this is why all this kind of thing costs so much money, because it's extremely difficult to do. A lot of work. You know, people charge you, a lot of money to do something. It's not just, like, well, it only takes them so long to do it. Well, they've spent their life, or lots of years, learning their trade. They buy all the tools, so there's a lot involved in it. So what takes somebody, a day to do, and you're like, well, I don't think I should pay that much. Don't be a tight ass, because this stuff's hard to do. Contractors work their butts off, and then everybody wants to nickel and dime them to death. said, you're not just paying for their day's work, you're paying for however many years it's taken them to get the knowledge to do that work too. From what I watched, they said you want to keep all your lines running the same, so I guess it hooks up better together. Kind of work it back and forth and make sure it's really in there. And I got this one in the wrong space, so I need to move this one over. It was supposed to be like 2 inches from each corner. Screwed that one up a little bit. Forgot about my thing there. Right about there for the other one. And I'll have to, it's a pain too, because you have to stop and clean up in between, because you don't want your grout to, or your thin set to set up in between and then not be able to grout your lines. So we got our spacers in, so that gives us where we need to be there, and pretty much where we need to be there. It's very messy. So somebody that knows what they're doing probably won't make as much of a mess, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm making a mess. Hopefully I have enough, because it just, you can see here, I just bumped it against another tile and it chipped it. So I don't know. I just got to be super careful with it. I don't want that drying on there and causing me problems. I do got to put my spacers in there. Yeah, I'm running good. So we're nice and level. And we should be, but I'm going to check each row and just make sure that we're still running good. And we're a little off here, so we're going to run one of these things down in there. And this will allow us to make sure that all our tile is sitting flush with each other. Because I was just in Home Depot when we was buying a bunch of this stuff, and I was in the bathroom and I got to looking at their tile. I don't know who did it, but they probably should get their money back. Like, see what I'm talking about is some of these, this one here, say this one here, I'll set in a little bit. So you'll have this big lip. This actually is nice, and that's flush. So I don't even have to do anything there. This one over here, we got a little bit, this top one is a little bit out from the other one. Give it a couple squeezes, and we're still, check that, oh, it's much better. That one's not terrible, but I think maybe I'm doing this the backwards too. I'm trying to push that in. I think I'm wanting to pull them out. The bottom one, I think, is what I'm trying to do. I think I got that wrong. So I don't really know what I'm doing. Yeah. So I was doing, I mean, we'll leave that one there for now. I think it just depends on which one is setting out, I think. So if you want to pull this one out, I think I would have had to have that one flipped upside down and vice versa. So I guess that's something to consider. But that, to me, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty decent. Oh, on my back and my... And these will just snap off once we're all done. Okay, so now...
That bottom one's not in.
Which one? What's not in? Oh, this one over here, yeah. Alright, so now we gotta do some cuttings, because this one here's gotta butt up to this and then set across the top. So we'll do some measuring. Make our cut for across the bench. So I've got it marked on here. I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. So this is the wet saw that we bought. A lot of people are using just the ones that score and you can snap them, and I probably should have gotten one of those, but they were actually twice the price of this thing, so that was big enough. This thing is a little difficult to use. I really feel like I would have been maybe better off with that, but making a cut like this, I'm not even really sure. I'm sure you guys have a lot of advice for me in the comments, which will be too late, but I don't know.
Well, we still got to do the backsplash in the kitchen at some point, so
yeah.
Give us any advice you got.
it up here where we need to be. This is supposed to be kind of like a fence to run it across, but it doesn't seem to stay real well, so.
The lines are gone.
Yeah. Wiped it off, didn't you?
Yep. I think the water took part of it off.
It
and
did.
I just finished it off.
I probably should have used the other thing to mark it with. Got off my line a little bit, but it won't matter because it's just above the bench, and our bench, the tile that'll sit on top of the bench will hide any imperfections. But you can see how it turned out. Hopefully it goes good. Yep, I think it'll be fine. Back butter all our tile, as they call it, so that I sound all knowledgeable. You can't actually be knowledgeable, you can at least sound like you're knowledgeable. Watch a red-green show. When they can't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
For me, you're both handsome and handy.
Ooh. I got a lot of thin set pushing out. Maybe it doesn't make any difference. I mean, I'm not real positive. I think that could go in a little bit, but I can't really pull it out anymore. That's pretty good. Oh, come on. Oh, my toes. Oh. consuming. Turns out like crap's gonna suck because this is just too much work.
It's not gonna turn out like crap. It already looks good. Every piece you put up just looks better and better. Mm-hmm. Every piece that goes up looks better and better.
Having to be so careful.
Yeah.
That kind of got mushed. I hate doing this because then it down a little bit too far back in. But that's what these things are for. So you definitely couldn't do this without them. It's looking fine. Yeah, we're fine. Looks like that's going to be the thin set thing from here on out.
What?
So that's going to be the thin set checker dealie because now it's a freaking mess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just gotta. Yeah, these things work great. Oh, until they don't.
You went a little too crazy with it.
Shoot, that's not good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try to get one down in there. Force that other one down a bit. Yeah. Yeah, it just gotta. Kind of a lip. So when you put this on, it's supposed to draw it in. But as you just saw, I did a little bit too much. But you can see there, now the lip isn't so bad. I'm going to try to get it a little bit better. But I'll do all these and then we clean all the thin set off. Big glob of this crap on my shoe.
Then we got some little shelves that fit into the grout lines that go in the corner. So once we get the front on, we'll decide. Probably stick one here and one here is probably what we'll do. I would imagine. Let me find some new rags. Bottom says it is exactly 5 1/4. The top says it is just over 5 1/4. So cut it. Like I said, you gotta count for the thing. Another top one.
So this one's probably going to be like 13 and all right, so the floor's all done. A little bit better shot because I don't think I got a good shot of the floor, the shower pan. I think it turned out pretty good. We got the grout sealer on. And the back wall all done. And we're just gonna, this video is running way too long to get the entire shower build into this. It would be a 2-hour video. So next week we're going to completely finish this project all up, and hopefully I can start taking some showers in this thing. But I think it's looking really good. Get you a close-up shot of how I think it matches. You know, you got the lighter colored penny tile, so I think it matches this tile really well. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time.